Everybody keeps asking what happened to young Pharoah. August 7th, he was trying to tell y'all about a police officer illegally entering a woman's home. He got 200 views. 2 days later, Spirit gets his nails done, gets 11,000 views.
Young Pharoah is not a clone. He's not under MK Ultra. The elites didn't get him, none of that extra stuff. You need to understand that we don't know young Pharoah. We only know him because of his knowledge. We only know one realm that he operates on. We don't know Marshall. We don't know his true self. You can't call him a clone or under MK Ultra if you don't know how he really is outside of his knowledge and his flow state. That's why I want to ground the spiritual community, because when people don't understand something, they jump straight into sellout, Illuminati, clone, MK Ultra, etc. Brain is so advanced. It's so many psychological reasons to things that the spiritual community does not look into. Or rather jump straight into the spiritual and conspiracy world before they learn about the brain and logical reasons behind things.
Y'all heard what young Pharoah said. Pharrell just told y'all, you don't know who young Pharoah is. Everybody keeps asking what happened to young Pharoah. August 7th, he was trying to tell y'all about a police officer illegally entering a woman's home. He got 200 views. 2 days later, Spirit gets his nails done, gets 11,000 views.
Yeah, you know I'm about to roll up. Lift it, please, yeah, you know I gotta pull up. Let's live life, live once I'm about to turn up. Get fly, oh for sure it's about to go up. Let's get, yeah, you know I'm about to roll up. Lift it, please, yeah, you know I gotta pull up. Let's live life, live once I'm about to turn up. Get fly, oh for sure it's about to go up. Roll my and pass my lighter. Get lit, pop shit, get higher. I'm the hottest, call me fire. Fuck out, jump up, live my life up. See my future shine much brighter. Traveling the world, catching flights. Cut some folks off, circle tighter. Play with me, I'm nothing nicer. Roll up the right down the I need to feel it. Stuff over fat, lot on my mind. The whole pack, roller so big, looking like bad. Yeah, you know I'm about to.
We're back. This might be my last upload about this. I just feel like it's important to spread around. Spirited Rella. That was funny, real funny. But like the gentleman said, nobody knows this dude outside of the internet. And that's a problem. It's not necessarily a problem, but before you want to run out here and say this and say that, come on, man. And then when you add in the factor that he made a video about a situation, got 241 views in like 8 hours. Then he comes out with a video talking about he painted his nails. I get it, but I don't get it. It says a lot about two things. The consumer. And this is why I often say I'm almost tempted to change lanes away from this stuff that I talk about and just get to the mess. People want the mess. They want the mess. But it also says this. This is the second thing it says. Just like how I said I was going to pivot. He made a major pivot to the point where y'all seen him. I don't even want to say too much. But we're going to review and react to a few clips, and this is for the people that just think this dude's been programmed or he's so important and such a threat to humanity or society or whatever you want to call it. He's not that. He's not that. He's more scary for himself. That's the best way I can put it. Period. This dude's in a weird place right now. Even though I've always thought he was weird. Oh, I did a video where I found out he was tied to Nature Boy. I knew it was something weird about these dudes. I knew it. And what's so crazy? They always get tied up in really weird situations. Rashad Jamal, Nature Boy, this dude. Let's get to the content.
He said, I don't have to explain anything. He said, do you plan to have these hands on you? Not these nails on you, these hands on you. Because those aren't his hands, because we are not our body. We drive our body with our mind. He uploaded that video not that long ago of him talking about decorating. He mentioned people solely existing in the material world. Before they painted his nails, he said, could I still play the game with these on? Okay, I can still play with these. Fast forward, he's playing the game. When they were done, he said, these came out just like how I visioned them in my mind. That is the same man, and he is totally conscious and aware. He even doesn't want y'all to worry about him enough to where he's on live where you can see him. You can see that he's fine. He's just chilling at home, smoking, playing a video game. People are saying it's sad and they're heartbroken. He's telling you, what are you heartbroken about? I'm at home. I'm chilling. I'm not in jail. I'm not hurting nobody. Being peaceful. Y'all are trying to hold the mirror up to this man. He does not need you to hold the mirror up to him. He doesn't need that. He's fully aware of himself. He knows exactly how he looks. He knows. Instead, you need to hold the mirror up to yourself and observe your own thoughts. Reflect on your own thoughts. Look in here. And then collectively observe everybody else's thoughts. They're right there in the comments. People put their thoughts in the comments. You can see what people think. Everyone's asking what happened to young Pharoah. That's not young Pharoah. That's not him. If you unconsciously idolize the image or idea of young Pharoah, he's doing you a favor by shattering that image.
He's doing you a favor by shattering that image. This clip was important for the people that think it's MK Ultra, alien abduction, they put a chip in them, oh, they did this, they did that. Stop it. Say, nah, real talk, cut it out. This dude was never that important. Just because he might have been that important to you because he spoke of things that you had no knowledge about or limited knowledge about does not mean he was that. He might have just paid attention in science class or whatever you want to call it. He might have had parents that were into things like that. So growing up, that's all he heard. So it just stuck in there. They say we're like sponges at a certain time in our life. But this man is letting you know, hey, I'm still here. I'm playing a game with these long nails, leopard nails. I'm chilling. I'm weirder than ever, acting very strange while I play the game. I'm licking my tongue out and twirling around my pole I got installed in my house, and yeah, for attention. When I started YouTube, it went so crazy, and I would always tell people how thankful I were for them and all of that stuff, because this stuff could stop overnight. What I knew was, at a certain time back in 2020, the world was on pause. People were bored. People were bored. But it was the ones that weren't used to attention and things like that that really dove into it and took it for what it wasn't. And now we see people like that doing things like that. Come on. The world was scared at that time, period. They were looking for anything to latch on to, anything to make them feel better about themselves or the situation they were in at that time. These people ran with it. And now we're getting what we're getting. He's not programmed. It's no MK Ultra. It's no nothing. This man's trying to get traction back. He needs the attention. Let's continue.
All these people can watch him for years and spend hours on his videos, but he goes and gets some nails and acts feminine, and now y'all sell out. Ask, why is everyone upset or bothered when this man is clearly enjoying himself, exercising his free will peacefully? Why was nobody there before, but then as soon as he does this, now everyone comes running towards him? Now everybody cares. Why is he being neutral to himself, but everyone's bringing hate? Why, when he gets his nails done, that automatically classifies him as a... I don't want to get my nails done, but hypothetically, if I went to the nail salon and they put on some nails, Does that now make... From what I know, you got to do a lot more than that. Are a lot of y'all men projecting here? Do you feel like you're just a few acrylics away from loving men? Isn't that what being conscious is all about? Observing your thoughts, seeing through the physical and the material into the spiritual, reflecting, growing. You're used to this man yelling and giving you information directly, but like he said, a lot of y'all not even spiritually vibrating. A lot of y'all solely in the material world. That's why it takes something as small as some nails to get you going. Use these, but don't forget to use this. Use your mind's eye. After you do all that, then look for the conspiracy theories. Then go down these rabbit holes and research his personal life and try to fill in all this ambiguity. But to me, this man is doing no different than he's always done, is expose.
He said Nature Boy's not doing anything other than what he's always done, and that's expose. He's exposed what he's going through, his situation, how thirsty he is for the attention. I can't even say clout, the attention. This man who tells y'all all of these things that sound so scientific, so deep, so this and that. This man has went and got Catwoman nails because that same thing's not working. People don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to hear what a person's perspective of our origins or what our neurons do or how they react to the brain and send signals. And come on, man. Come on, bro. No, it's not working anymore. But this dude said something in the clip. So you tell me if you went to the nail shop and they just so happen to put some female nails on you, that makes you a certain way? I'm afraid to say it might. Because what's going to happen in a lot of situations is, if that scenario were to be true, a person's going to look and say, hey, I only came in for some filing and some gloss. What are you doing with that nail? Where's that nail going? Why is it so long? Why is it pointy? Why are you trying to put it on my finger? What do I look like to you? What do you think this is? And Lord knows what else. But yeah, long story short, people are making this thing way deeper than what it is. This is a man humiliating himself for views. I can't even say for likes and views, just for views. He could care less who likes it. Y'all see what he's doing? He's going this far just to get the motion back. Let's continue.
Anyone that's been with the narcissist, went through that experience on a spiritual level, that soul contract, where you're trying to get somebody to wake up, you're trying to hold the mirror up to them, and then you got to realize, damn, when am I going to wake up? You remember feeling drained? Imagine that shit by the thousands. This man was on YouTube doing all these videos for years, holding up that mirror to everybody. They asleep. They asleep. After you do that, then you can go look up the conspiracy theories, go down the rabbit hole, see if he's protecting himself spiritually, see if he's going through some ritual, research the pharaohs, see how they balanced masculinity and femininity. Look up what a mirror trap is. With him sticking his tongue out, that, is he mocking y'all? Is he warding off evil spirits? Right? Then look at all that stuff. I'm pretty sure this man's been spiritually attacked. Maybe now he got control. Maybe now he's controlling everybody. Think about that. Really think about it. Really think about it, man. There's still a lot to learn from this man. When you really start exploring consciousness, you realize everything's backwards. You realize everything's kind of backwards and inverted. Y'all over here pointing at a man and you're upset that he's chilling, minding his own business, being happy. That's backwards, right? You gotta flip that around, right? Y'all trying to hold up the mirror like he don't know what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. Hold the mirror up to yourself. It's the other way around. When you look into how things really work in consciousness and in the spirit world and everything, is usually backwards.
I'm gonna end it right there. I want to say this real quick. When I first started, it was going crazy for me. People were making their names to be plays off of my name and this and that. And one thing I told people, I'll never call y'all subs because that sounds too weird. But do not make your name a play off of mine, because one of the main things I support is individuality. This type follower right here is why these people feel so confident and supported when they're making really wild decisions. It's people like this. We're watching a man spiral out of control, and this man saying, oh, he's mocking y'all, he's playing y'all, which he really is. But how much control does Pharoah really have? Make it make sense. If you made it to this point, say I made it. I'm out. Peace.